Социальные программы, якобы под субсидии бедным. На самом деле все опять на виллы, опять на яхты, опять на деньги, чтобы подкупать чиновников дальше, бюрократов дальше, депутатов дальше, и опять эти программы, эти кормушки создавать. Пожалуйста.
So the first question is the obvious one. Why Odessa?
Because, as you see, it's a very crucial region for Ukraine. It's really everybody's fate is being decided here. Why, for its best, Ukrainians are coming here to work with me, and I've got in my team now really, and I'll have some more top Ukrainian reformers. We have a top Russian reformer. I have top Georgians coming with me, which basically means that everybody feels that big history is being made here, and we need to be part of it. We need to maybe make it, and it's exciting. For me, excitement also matters, but also it's decisive for historical, whatever perspective of all of us. Look, Vladimir Putin, who is not known to mingle with these words, publicly managed to kill me. I'm almost the only one walking around whom he publicly managed to kill.
Are you frightened of Putin?
No. But that's telling the story, because the fact that I'm not right, I'm still moved on and did all kind of things after he put this public menace. So after I kind of was very calm and downplayed his menace, why would I care about some local team mafia chiefs?
Right.
So that's now we are approaching a very interesting moment. Russia has crossed the line by which they said we will not respect any more national borders. So they, for instance, in Georgia, they just moved line and just included BP pipeline into their line, just 1 by 1 kilometer, just in a very narrow strip of Georgia. If they move for another 1 kilometer, they'll divide Georgia in two, by cutting off the major highway, deprive Georgia of energy transit. And so basically they are doing this they already are moving on the move everywhere, which means that any candidate went on such a rampage either succeeded till the end and made another big empire, but Russia doesn't look like somebody who can rebuild an empire, or totally disintegrate themselves. Either they roll forward, either they take now Ukraine, then take Baltic countries, then seize maybe part of Poland, then seize whole Caucasus, that's part of Kazakhstan.
You think that's possible?
No, I don't think it's possible, but the logic is that either they succeed in all that, or they will roll back.
But they will try, you think?
Logic right now is that because they already moved on here, and I predicted it in 2008, I said Ukraine would be next and Baltics third. There is no way they don't go to Baltics next. There is no way they don't revisit Georgia or Azerbaijan or...
They will test NATO by going to the Baltics.
Putin is obsessed with the idea of testing NATO. From my long conversation with him, he always had it in his mind. He always said three major things. He always said Georgia will make for Georgia Northern Cyprus. Second thing, he would say that Ukraine is not a real country, it's a territory. And third thing, he would say that the Baltic countries were not defendable. He would say it in 2004, 5, 6, 7, until we weren't on speaking terms. So,
right. Well, I wanted to ask you about it, because at the start, Putin was your role model.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask...
It was not a role model, but first meeting was okay.
But you respected him?
No, first meeting was okay, but even during the first meeting, first several phrases were that the Baltic countries are not defendable. In our first conversation, he lambasted the president of Lithuania, Adamkus, and then he said, does he think that these 2 or 3 metal scrap planes that he has there from NATO will defend him? There is no way, we are laughing at this equipment, and you think NATO will go and fight for the bolts? So that was, I'm telling you about first 10 minutes of our conversation. Everybody had this illusion that we can do this guy because everybody thought, well, normal people should be pragmatic. And even if we don't believe in the same things, we can find some joint interests. And this wasn't me. This mistake was made by major world leaders. I have ambitions to influence Ukrainian way of doing business from here. Also way of doing politics, but through being apolitical, through being just oriented towards public interest, through not having my own ambitions, because that's the main criteria. I'm still not Ukrainian born, and I still there will be this thing that after which you cannot further go. And I'm fully aware of it. And plus, I have my own ambitions about Georgia. So,
could you become Prime Minister there again?
Oh,
Or Prime Minister,
easily, but
Do you think about that?
right now I'm not thinking about that. Everything is possible for the future, but there is no way I will run my political campaign in Georgia from here. That's going to undermine me here, and I don't want to. I think everything I'm doing here is more important than any political position right now in Georgia as well. It's a battle for much larger front for change of Ukraine. I'm just part of this battle. I'm not anymore. I'm not leading this battle, but I'm certainly will try to set trends for this battle. And setting trends is sometimes more difficult and more also more glorious than just having a formal position. And so we are trying to set a new trends, and we are trying to also generate new people in the Ukrainian politics, and it should be Ukrainian. And with all the Russians, Georgians, or Americans being here, ultimately this will be a new Ukrainian generation that takes over, and I'll be very proud for part of it.